Apple is a multinational conglomerate which was founded in 1976 by Steve Jobs, Ronald Wayne, and Steve Wozniak. In the following years, Apple has not only grown to become an infamous household name, but the most valuable global brand. The objective of this brand audit is to outline specific opportunities for growth as perceived through customer perceptions. The origins of Apple infamously date back to Steve Jobs' suburban garage, where the three late partners intended on selling Steve Wozniak's hand-built personal computer, which was called the Apple I. The relatively basic computer lacked a monitor, keyboard, or even casing. However, these features were later incorporated into the design. During their first year of business, the Apple I was priced at $666.66. Not long after its foundation, however, Ronald Wayne decided to soon leave the trillion-dollar company due to the fear of its supposed imminent failure. In 1977, Apple became an incorporated company, and Mike McCullough replaced Wayne as a third employee of Apple and hence possessed a one-third share of the company. Due to Apple's inherent and innovative nature, they soon became a market leader within their industry. They revolutionized the concept of computers through their introduction of color and graphics through the Apple II. In the following years, Apple's profit grew on an exponential level, growing from $775,000 to $118 million between the years of 1977 and 1980, which delineates an annual growth of 533%. In 1980, growth was temporarily stunted due to the growing prominence of IBM and Microsoft. The Apple III was too a relevant setback for the company due to its fundamental flaws. However, in the coming years, this plateau was evidently counteracted. In 1980, Apple became a publicly listed company on the stock exchange at $22 per share. These shares sold out within minutes, which generated more capital than any other public offering since Ford Motors. In the years to come, there was tension between the founding partners, which led to Steve Jobs' imminent dismissal. However, he rejoined the corporation in 1977. Since, Apple has grown to dominate the technology market through its revolutionary iPhone and continual research and development in order to stay ahead of market trends. Although commonly known for its computers and notorious iPhones, Apple designs and manufactures a plethora of technology-based consumables and software. The most distinguishable feature attributed to Apple products is its logo. The initial logo was designed by Wayne, however, it was soon replaced by Rob Janoff's design, which is the one utilized today. Beyond this, Apple's range of products all possess an indistinguishable, sleek, and modern visual appeal. Due to Apple's brand, innovative frontier in the technological world, common brand associations are as assumed. These include, but are not limited to, innovation, high technology, expensive and elusive status, and simple and user-friendly. Apple chooses to position itself in the competitive market through an emphasis on their points of difference across competing brands. Their innovative concepts, unique designs, and sleek products serve to differentiate them and set them apart from their counterparts. Example, Samsung. Apple chooses to exploit their facets of innovation, design, and positive customer experience in order to allow them a competitive advantage. This is evidently working to Apple's benefit, as it is currently the only company in the world worth $3 trillion. As indicated by the Strategy Watch, Apple's target market is derived from a broad demographic. However, it can be specified by age, gender, income, occupation, geographic location, and brand loyalty. The median age of individuals who avidly purchase Apple products is between 22 and 25 years old. Admittedly, this varies depending on the facets of the company. Further, the male-to-female ratio of consumers is currently 60.8% to 39.2%, which indicates a heavily dominant male demographic. Due to the upmarket luxury nature of products, the median household income of an Apple consumer is $100,000. However, this too comes with inherent variation. As for occupation, Apple consumers are objectively career-oriented and live socially active lives. 64% of Apple users are quoted to obtain college degrees, leading to the perception that those who purchase these products are of a relatively high socioeconomic status. As aforementioned, due to the income and occupation of the majority of Apple consumers, it can be assumed that a large proportion of their target market is located within major cities and urban areas. As for brand loyalty, Apple is considerably ahead of competitors due to its highly addictive nature. Their built-in obsolescence and continual release of new products instigates a sense of urgency and repeat purchasing behavior. In order to promote their state-of-the-art technology and frequently emerging new iPhones, Apple's most current, simple, yet iconic campaign is a Shot on iPhone campaign. The campaign consists of a range of billboard, print, and television advertisements boasting the quality of an iPhone camera. The Shot on iPhone campaign initially started with an iPhone 6 and is now adapted to an iPhone 13. This campaign, although a simple concept, has proven to be the most successful as it encourages consumers to also find the beauty within the mundane. In terms of brand awareness and usage, an overwhelming majority of those samples were familiar with Apple, Microsoft, and Samsung. Only a limited number were familiar with all three and IBM as well. However, this is expected as IBM is no longer as commercialized as their counterparts. When it came to the prospect of purchasing from each respective brand or repurchasing, it was found that Apple had the most prospective and current consumers. For brand performance, Apple was notably the most successful in the majority of facets, including ease of use, quality, and value for money. However, in relation to variety, Samsung did hold the majority of votes, which could be attributed to their wider range of technology, including fridges and smart televisions. When it came to brand imagery, Apple once again held the majority of votes in the area surveyed. This suggests that the underlying perception of the brand amongst my sample is of a positive nature. This may be attributed to the previously explored facets of Apple's brand inventory. In relation to individuals' judgments and attitudes towards Apple, the median response was derived from a positive perception towards Apple. 83% of respondents voted that Apple satisfied their needs, with the same percentage likely to recommend the brand to their friend. However, a downfall for the brand came in terms of their premium price point, as only 50% were in affirmation of Apple's high prices. Finally, it is evident that all relative statements in regards to brand resonance favoured Apple, which affirms the previously uncovered statements about brand perception. As evidently depicted, Apple's position in the mind of consumers is derived from a positive nature. The survey undertaken, as illustrated above, indicates that an overwhelming majority of respondents feel positively towards Apple in relation to their brand performance, imagery, consumer judgment, resonance, and many other facets. Apple exhibit highly commendable qualities that have allowed them to not only acquire but maintain a firm competitive position as a market leader in the tech industry. Beyond this, an exceedingly loyal customer base. Thank you.